Did George Washington really cross the Delaware River on that icy Christmas night in 1776? The image of him standing resolute in the boat is iconic, but how much of it is true and how much is legend? Did Abraham Lincoln truly write the Gettysburg Address on the back of an envelope during a train ride? Or is that just a romanticized version of history? We read about these monumental events in our history books, often taking them at face value. But how can we be sure they happened exactly as we are told? What if some details were lost, altered, or exaggerated over time? This is the heart of understanding history, figuring out what really occurred in the past. Historians and archaeologists work tirelessly to uncover the truth, examining ancient manuscripts and digging at historical sites. It's easy to think of history as a collection of dates and events etched in stone, unchanging and absolute. But the truth is more exciting than that. History is dynamic, constantly evolving as new discoveries are made and new perspectives are considered. History is a puzzle, a mystery we solve using clues from the past. Each piece of evidence, whether it's an artifact, a document, or an oral tradition, helps us build a more complete picture of what really happened. So, next time you read a history book or watch a documentary, remember that history is not just about memorizing facts. It's about questioning, exploring, and piecing together the stories of our past. And in doing so, we not only learn about those who came before us, but also gain a deeper understanding of our own place in the world. A historical fact is something that truly happened in the past. It is an event or occurrence that we can confirm with solid evidence, distinguishing it from myths or legends that may have been passed down through generations. It's not a guess or a story, but something we can verify with evidence. This evidence is gathered through meticulous research and analysis by experts in various fields, such as archaeology and history. This evidence can be objects like tools, weapons, or pottery from long ago. These artifacts provide tangible proof of how people lived, worked, and interacted with their environment in different historical periods. Evidence can also be written documents like letters, diaries, or official records. These documents offer insights into the thoughts, beliefs, and daily lives of individuals from the past, giving us a more personal connection to history. Each piece of evidence is like a puzzle piece, and by putting them together, historians try to create a complete picture of the past. This collaborative effort helps us understand the complexities of historical events and the people who experienced them, ensuring that the stories of our ancestors are accurately preserved and passed down to future generations. Historians are detectives of the past. They study evidence and use their knowledge to understand what happened. But historians are also human, and they can interpret evidence in different ways. This means that two historians might look at the same evidence and come to slightly different conclusions about what it means. That's why history is always being discussed and debated. It's a living subject. We must also consider who created historical evidence and why. The context in which a document was created can greatly influence its content and perspective. Understanding the creator's background, motives, and the circumstances under which they were writing is crucial. Everyone has biases, their own opinions and perspectives. These biases are shaped by their personal experiences, cultural background, and the time period they lived in. Recognizing these biases helps us critically analyze historical sources. These biases can shape how people record and interpret events. For instance, a journalist reporting on a political event might emphasize different aspects depending on their political leanings. Similarly, a historian writing about a war might focus on different elements based on their nationality or personal beliefs. Imagine reading a diary entry from a soldier during a war. His account will be deeply personal, reflecting his experiences, fears, and hopes. This perspective is invaluable, but also limited to his viewpoint. His experience will be different from a civilian's, and his writing might reflect that. A civilian's letter might focus on the impact of the war on daily life, the economy, and family dynamics. Both perspectives are essential for a comprehensive understanding of the historical event. It's important to consider the source of information and whether it might be biased. By comparing multiple sources, historians can identify discrepancies and commonalities, which helps them piece together a more accurate picture of the past. Historians work hard to identify bias and find trustworthy sources. They cross-reference documents, consider the context in which they were created, and seek out diverse perspectives. This meticulous process is essential for constructing a reliable historical narrative. They look for evidence from different perspectives to get a more complete and accurate understanding of the past. By acknowledging and addressing biases, historians strive to present a balanced and nuanced view of history, ensuring that the stories of all individuals and groups are represented. Sometimes, new evidence is discovered that changes our understanding of the past. Imagine finding a lost letter from a key historical figure that reveals new information. This new evidence can change the way we view past events. History isn't about memorizing facts, it's about understanding the past. It's about asking questions, examining evidence, and being open to new information. The past is gone, but its echoes remain. By carefully examining evidence, understanding the role of interpretation, and considering bias, we can come closer to understanding what truly happened. History is a journey of discovery. And while we may never know everything about the past, the search for truth is an exciting and rewarding one. What do you think defines a historical fact? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing explorations of history.